Jai Hind everyone, this is Harsh Chaudhary and I warmly welcome you all to my channel. If you are new to the channel, I would like to introduce myself in a very brief way, and I would also like you all to know the motive of creating this channel, and you should know that what kind of content I will be putting on this channel, and what help can I do to you by uploading more content and uploading more and more videos on this channel. So I would like to start with the very first point, my basic introduction in a very brief way, in very quick way. So as I already told you my name, I am Harsh Chaudhary. I come from Muzaffarpur, Bihar, a very small city, and below 2 to 3 districts of Patna, in the eastern side of Ganga in Bihar. So and currently I am in class 12th. I am an aspirant of NDA and JEE. NDA means National Defense, the entrance exam to National Defense Academy, and JEE is the joint entrance examination. It is for getting entrance in engineering, good engineering college, top reputed engineering colleges of India. So, and in these two examinations, my main aim has always been clearing the NDA, because since my childhood I was very affectionate and I was very passionate to join the defense forces, because I come from a military background. My father has been in Indian Army for 17 straight years, and he has served around two-thirds of his career in the Kashmir and its valley itself, in the most prone times like 2010, 2015, 2012, 2013 in Kupwara and Rajouri and Baramulla, then in Kargil. So and when I see a lot of images of him in of his past holding the guns and performing some exercises or performing any operation or anything, then I get very affectionate to join the army and serve my nation at its best. So that is why I want to join the defense forces. And at my level, which is on class 12th level, the best exam that is near me to join the defense forces and complete my purpose of life, complete my achieve my aim of life, is NDA only. That's why I have been preparing for NDA since last 4 years. That is from class 8th itself I decided to join NDA. But I should have also taken, I had to take a backup option also. That's why I have taken JEE as a backup option, because it can provide me a good background if unfortunately I couldn't clear NDA, and so that I will get a good engineering college by it, and then I can try for the graduate entries into the defense forces, that is CDS, and I can also get some chances of SSB interview that is held after every examination of defense examination. You have to go through a SSB interview process, a 5-day rigorous personality test process, an intelligence test process. So if you are from a technical background, if you are a technical graduate, if you have graduation in like BTech or some BTech MTech or something, then you will get some free and direct entries for SSB. Means you can give the interview for Indian Defense Forces to become an officer in Indian Defense Forces without any written examination. You will direct get a call for interview. So this is also a plus point, and it was also a main point for me to have JEE as a backup option. I could also have CUET, but JEE was more preferable to me, because in JEE the PCM syllabus in JEE and NDA is quite same. However, the PCM that comes in JEE part is much of a very higher level. So I thought, before choosing JEE as a backup option, I thought that if I would study the PCM of JEE on a very rigorous and very religiously on a good level, then I can easily clear the PCM of NDA, and it will eventually help me to clear the written examination and try for the SSB interview. So that is why I had chosen JEE as a backup option just after completing my class 10th. Before completing my class 10th means I have completed my class 10th in 2025 itself, and I got around 92.6%. in that. And yes, it was very good. I worked throughout the year. It was not the result of 2 to 3 months, last to last study of 2 to 3 months. I worked around from the April 2024 to Feb 2025 for my class 10th, and I was very consistent in that. And I had a aim of scoring around 95% or 95% above 95%, but I could not. However, I am happy now that whatever the result was, it taught me consistency. It taught me how to maintain consistency in studies and how to maintain overall discipline in life. And so that is why I embrace my journey of class 9th and 10th. In class 9th I got 94%, and in class 10th I got 92. But the main thing is that they taught me how to study consistently without getting distracted, and that helps me till now in my class 11th and class 12th, and further it will help me in my furthermore journey also. So that was the lesson of studying class 9th and 10th on a very good and rigorous level. So I was telling that when I was in my class 10th, I had no plan of having JE as a backup option. I was of very much different mindset towards the JE thing. I always had that in my mind that I will never give JE or NEET. I will just give NDA. I will just prepare basic class 11th 12th for school level examinations, and I will give NDA, and I will go through NDA in the Indian Defence Forces. However, my parents consulted me, and when I talked to my parents and some of my good seniors who had a good life experience, they told me that you should have one aim, but you should have two options also. So eventually and unfortunately, if the first option, that is your main aim, will fail, then you can continue your life from taking help from the second option. That's why I have chosen JE, and it will benefit me in my NDA studies also, because the syllabus is quite same. So that is why I have taken these two subjects. Now I will move to the further second point, that why I have created this channel. So as I already told you, that after the NDA written examination, you have to go through an SSB interview, and in that SSB interview you are assessed upon various parameters, and those parameters that assesses you on are known as officer like qualities. And an officer of Indian Defence Forces, as India is a very reputed country, and Indian Defence Forces is a very reputed are very reputed forces around the globe. So you should have those qualities, because India is a country that gives its best in the wars. So an officer of Indian Defence Forces should have those qualities. That's why some basic officer like qualities are assessed in you. If you have those in your personality, then you are all set to go to NDA or whichever force you want to join. But if you don't have those basic qualities, then you will be rejected, and you will be said that work upon yourself and come next time get selected. It's totally upon your personality. It's totally upon who you are, how you behave, and what kind of things you do. How can you contribute to the defense forces? How can you contribute to the nation? Will you if you will fail in any operation, will you get mad, or will you plan again? So these are the qualities that they look over you. And by this, there is one more very big quality, that is communication skill. Communication skills. A leader should have good communication skills, so that he can convey his message to his troops. And under one leader there would be around 100, 200, 600, 500 troops. So you and a leader should be very efficient in communication skills. That's why that is only how he can convey the message to his troops, and that is only how the unity can be maintained. So by that communication skills, and in Indian Defence Forces, it is in the communication skill. The communication is basically done in English only, and if I will talk about the SSB interview, it is done in English language only, because India is a very vast country and it has over 300 plus languages. but the very main and common language around India and around the globe is English only. That's why the SSB interview is conducted in English. And you are a candidate who appears for the SSB interview is expected to be fluent enough in English to talk to. That's why I have created this channel, so that I can share my daily journey and daily how I maintain my daily schedule, how many hours did I study today, that day, and everything in English only. And I talk on this channel on this channel in English only, so that my overall fluency in English language can be improved. So this is why I have created this channel, and by this point only I want to end this whole things. And now I will move further to today's consistency and today's schedule that I followed. So today is 21st of May. Today I have studied around 8 hours 14 minutes, if you can see. Yes, 8 hours 14 minutes 5 seconds. And in that 8 hours 14 minutes 5 seconds, around 8 hours would be very productive time if you will see about a very strict productivity. That so you can say that in these 8 hours 14 minutes, the 8 hours would be the very productive time, because in this timer's time it also includes some unproductive work, like for downloading the lecture or finding the lecture, finding the DPP, downloading the PDF of the DPP, and finding books and copies, deciding what to do first and what to do next. So, and some hydration breaks, some washroom breaks are also included in this. So if you will say on a minimum basis, 8 hours is the productive study time that I achieved today, and I am quite happy with it, because I have been constantly touching that bar of 7 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours, and I have been always above 6 hours bar. So I am and this is the sole reason why I have created this channel, to be very consistent with my daily schedule. And I think that yes, this is working, and it is the 27th day. I am almost here on this channel for 30 days, and I think that yes, so much improvement I saw so much improvement in my fluency in English also. And I have been following my daily schedule with very good discipline and a good consistency also. So yes, this was the very main reason I had in my mind before creating the channel and before starting uploading the content on this channel. So this was all about today. This much hours I studied, and in the morning I had a good run of 3 kilometers. After coming back from the run around at 6 a.m., I go for run around 5 around at 5:15 a.m. and come to the home by 6 a.m. And from 6 a.m. to night I study, and I do other things like other basic things like eating and everything. And in that meantime, from 6 a.m. in the morning to 9 p.m. in the night, I study. And in this I try to fetch up around 8 to 9 or 8 to 10 hours of good consistency, good productive study time. And after 9 p.m. I get up from my table, and from 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. I do my regular workout session, weight training session here with the dumbbells, if you can see. Yes, these are the dumbbells from which I do the basic weight training session. And after completing the weight training session, I come here, I record myself, and tell you all about that how my day went, how many hours did I studied, how what fitness goal did I achieved in this whole day. And I create a video of around 10 to 15 minutes. It's 14 minutes 7 seconds now, 7-8 seconds now. And this is the normal length of video that I create daily. And in this whole video I will talk in English only, to in order to be fluent in English, and in order to eradicate my fear of fumbling in English. So this was all for today. This was all for this video only. Thank you.